Vizual versus MOAK. Premier Battles. Ireland versus... Where's MOAK from? Don't know. It's a black. It's a flag, but it's just a black flag, so I don't know what country MOAK is from. I'm gonna guess England, but I'm definitely wrong. But anyway, Premier Battles. Vizual versus MOAK. Vizual's Irish, so you know. Shark City. Vizual and Shark City versus MOAK on Glory. Okay.
Match day 2. If you're with us in the building, make some noise.
You been playing F1 recently? Haven't played F1 in a while, bro.
This is what I've been looking forward to myself. On the right hand side, representing Shark City from Belfast, show some love for Vizual.
And on my left hand side, representing Glory, one of our own, one of the greatest guys to do this today is gonna piss off Vizual. Man, like fucking Mo.
You can tell the Trubs is in Glory too.
Nothing like a bit of team bias, but this is a Division 1 matchup. This is judged. Mo won the flip and decided he's starting round 1, so it's on you, bro. Let's go.
Let's go, boys. The build up and the promo for this battle was one of the best build ups and promos I've seen for a long time. Vizual and Mo killed it going back and forth on Twitter and on the Trubs Plug TV as well.
We lost the Queen last year. R.I.P. to the fallen and the parted. They're saying the national anthem's gonna change. Not for me though, I'm still talking the hardest. And on that note, it's time for this walk in the park, Viz. You don't know how long I've been planning, because I wanted to make sure this battle was potatoes. Just don't make it look like an Irish famine. If he's an animal, his head's going on a mantelpiece. I'll be spilling guts as gory. I'm a Man United fan, so I'm inclined to hunt for glory. So me, lose to Viz, I'd rather blow my brains out, creating a bloodbath and anger, because today, setting the bar is standard. So if I'm gonna perform under 10, then I'm pointing straight to the head like Marcus Rashford. 2 years running, you've been behind me on the wiretap list. So this, as a close matchup, I want to be buying that spliff, because you're caught up in the lag. It's a shame, you know, when you're playing online and the internet's fucking up. I've just been waiting for a visual display to catch up to where I'm at in this game. 3 years, 3 internationals. 3 internationals, been flown out twice. Even had a URL up, because my bro, I'm nice. My flow's elite. Another country knows I'm heat. On the world stage, you don't compete. So yeah, I've stretched a punch or two, but my bars have global reach. But I got more leagues looking for me than Mbappe. But you've only been on 2 leagues. I'm confused, Ak. 5 leagues in your inbox. Must have been a group chat. Because you beat Roots, but what have you demonstrated? I lost to Roots, but look how I've elevated, making some fine progression. Takes me back to the school days when I'll stand out in my class due to my divine complexion. It came with negative connotations till we opened up minds and lessons. How his kind were treated as first class and mine were second. Not realizing we were the original kings and leaders. Now they see my kind as legends. Long story short, after we both saw Roots, this white boy in my class just had to look towards my direction. I mean, how is your at Viz raps? That's a mismatch. When it's Viz Spat, make the diss track. No evidence of him on beats. He's hardly rapping. It's just visual. No audio. Charlie Chaplin. You know.
I did see, side note, I did see Simon and Talia get married. I think it was yesterday, but I've seen all the pictures today. Yeah, I'm sure there's going to be a video out and we will have a look to see if there is a video of the event or something around it. After this, but yeah, I did see it on Instagram this morning. I was like, oh shit, because I showed it to me and Liam was at the gym, and I showed it to Liam, and he was like, he was like, oh, I didn't even know they were doing it this soon. But I guess they were never going to publicly announce when the actual date was. But they've been together for years, so I'm happy for them. They create some very good content together.
You lot say he's mean when he writes? You've never done a whole scheme in your life. I see holes in your game. You say nothing memorable. So what's with the standards he's held at? You literally create zero talk, like Stanley Yelnats. See, at first, you were one-dimensional, Viz. Added a second dimension, started to look good on paper. Then it was 3D visual. You started popping and was looking greater. 4D visual, we felt you for real in all your appearances. But from here on out, you're getting the whole body experiences, Mo. Not MOAK. Please ensure that it's all caps. Spit your shit.
It's MOAK, not MOAK. Please ensure it's all caps. Okay, Vizual first round. Let's see what it's got.
Yo, T.
Yo.
MOAK's your mate?
Well, he's ours now, dickhead, so know your place. How you gonna smoke my boots? You're not fit to hold the lace. If I don't put the nail in the coffin, I'm disposed to waste in an open grave. When I penned these rhymes, I wrote your name in lowercase. It's MOAK. Let's go, Vince. Mister, this word is vaguely associated with this. It's whole style, has to go. Cut it out, it won't stick. On paper it's trash, you know, using random words to string a sentence together like a ransom note. He told...
Okay.
He told Frost, you walk the plank, I go overboard. Hope the lads can swim, because while you two wanted to have a dip, I was on board to man the ship. Listen to the trash he spits. Do it today, and you've lost a round. Keep an eye on what you're saying and watch your mouth. I'll step.
Keep an eye on what you're saying and watch your mouth.
Deconstruct the legend of MOAK. He accused me of biting. Now I've got lockjaw. I'm not letting it go. Why
Did look at this matchup here.
Why the fuck would I ever bite from you? I just wrote rhymes, ran them by Lester. So me, bite you, bro, you have to try better. You're not sharp enough to put a scratch on my record. I have soared past levels you will never make. Conversion therapy, let's get it straight. You're not You are not top 10 in the group that made you a man. Face it, it's sad. You're only there because Rivers likes you. And mate, it is mad. You can have links to the boss and not be in the chain of command. A blatant facade. T's cool, but the rest of you can get smoked. Wasters, if you hear say it again, it's because you're in an echo chamber. You got tired punches. Klitschko to Kimbo boxing. The best grip in battle rap. Shit, bro, stop it. It looks nice, but I'm not buying it. Window shopping. I am on the path to greatness. You're not on the trail. You're predictable in your punches and you often fail. With me, they don't know what's next. I'm beyond the veil. My train of thought is off the rails. I am not under threat. I will sun your best. If I can't hold a candle to you, it's because you're wet. But you want to talk about battling 7 times last year and how that's more than I can fathom. There's a simple explanation. When each time you battle, it's mindless chatter. The writing's trash. The guy just rambles. I put time and graft in, so forgive me for holding myself to a higher standard. Time, go.
Good first round for both guys.
Once upon a time.
Like, we know MOAK's got international battles. MOAK's been on leagues upon leagues. MOAK's known globally. MOAK's a decent writer. Actually, I'll take it back. MOAK's a good writer. Fuck a decent. MOAK's a good writer. I like MOAK stuff. I actually had MOAK in my top 5. I think I had a 4th battler last year. He had 7 battles last year. He put himself on the map. Vizual is from Ireland, so you know I gotta stay with the best. I think he's from Shark City, and I do have a Shark City top, the one Vizual is wearing from the team, but I don't know where it is. It might be in the washing machine, but it's not around me, so I can't put it on. But round 1 on both, that's too hard to call. This is judged, isn't it? Koj judged it. Vaughan judged it. Georgie Roots and Koj, is it? Okay.
There was no blacks, no dogs.
Oh, I run it back because they started that sentence is mad.
Once upon a time, there was no blacks, no dogs, no Irish. We would have lived a similar life, Viz, but not because you're Irish. It's because you're a right bitch. Every day, talking about your troubles in Ireland like you would have to run from hell. You thought police only drove armored vans till you were 14? Then, bro, you were just dumb as hell. See, I grew up around street smart kids. There were no cars with undercover well, so some of them were clued up by 14, because they were dumb by 12. You said, talk, go. You said your family will hide a gun in the washing machine. That's when I know you forced it, mate. Because that doesn't tell me you're tough. It tells me that you man lack storage space.
Wait, hold on.
You said your family will hide a gun in the washing machine. You said your family will hide a gun in the washing machine.
He said your family had a gun in the washing machine. I swear it was Quill. Or the Quill say I'll keep a gun in the tumble dryer. I think it was Quill that said tumble dryer actually. So Buzz that might actually say that for the top of my head, but I don't know.
That's when I know you forced it, mate.
Buzz said no, it didn't say it.
Because that doesn't tell me you're tough. It tells me that you man lack storage space. Because what happens when you wanted to wash clothes and do things proper? What? Take the gun out the washing machine and put it in the dishwasher. You see these men? You see these men that live life in a bubble, but nowadays it's a trend to appear like they've struggled. Man, stop crying and bitching, implying you were a victim. Man, this clown is moist. We're supposed to believe you suffered looking like one of Mrs. Brown's boys? But let me guess, you think I took that reference from Shuffle? I know that's what you think on next. But at least the reference was appropriate against Shotty, because we've seen him wig on set. But back to my point. But back to my point. You've seen violence growing up, and I've seen shit too, but that doesn't mean it's you. So why portray it like as your life is? I also grew up around people who grew up way more savage than I did. I'm talking like they won't react to much, but they'll still bat an eyelid. I know people.
Okay, MOAK. They won't talk too much, but they'll still bat an eyelid. The fact that Buzz is reacting like, nah.
Life is, I also grew up around people who grew up way more savage than I did. I'm talking like they won't react to much. But they'll
Still bat an eyelid.
I know people that sat in them old Bailey seats, but Viz, you're so Bailey sweet. Imagine I was like, I'm from a place where, and know people who, you guys will be like, all right, man, we get the scoop. The privilege to talk on your troubles like it's mortifying, but if I was to do the same, then I'd be glorifying. Don't chat to me about your community having violent fights when no one is out here calling those crimes white on white. I don't
Okay.
I don't want you to see offense, but this is sense. It don't compare to shit I've seen. It's intense. You wear glasses and went to film school, my bro. Some of my brothers really had to see life through a different lens.
Okay, MOAK.
But wait, you're 23, 24, Viz. So the troubles lasted between 60 and 98. So you've been feeding us some horseshit. So we're supposed to believe your childhood was that gory. Didn't they free your pops the other day when he was arrested at 14? So this is your dad's story? I mean,
Oh, fuck. Jesus.
That's why when you talk your talk, I'm over it. You're a poser, Viz. Act like your privilege don't exist. That's why I got a bone to pick. It's shoulder width. There you go. I throw the chip. Some moaning, Viz. This is why you're finished.
But Buzz literally turned around to Slasher and said, what is he talking about?
This is why you're finished. 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 And this win is as black as white as your Guinness that you buy in your... This is why you're finished. This is why you're finished. And this win is as black as white as your Guinness that you buy in your...
Buzz doesn't get it. He's a what? It's so basic.
And this win is as black as white as your Guinness that you buy in your village. You whiny poor midget. It's MOAK, not MOAK. Please ensure
It's all caps. Round 2 on Visual. I know that was MOAK's best round out of the 2 so far. These guys, I don't think these guys like each other, you know. And the build up, even in the build up, was like the promo was so good. But
I didn't keep a gun in a washing machine.
Rebuttal.
I don't know what shit he's smoking. It was a tumble dryer, and guess what, dickhead? It was broken. So
I was right. I said, oh, I kept a gun in the tumble dryer, but I thought Quill said that against Vizual, but Vizual must have said that against Quill. So there he goes, rebuttal on it. It wasn't a washing machine, it was a tumble dryer, dickhead.
I didn't keep a gun in a washing machine. I don't know what shit he's smoking. It was a tumble dryer, and guess what, dickhead? It was broken. So if you had a spine by now, you would have felt a shiver. It's Glory Gang versus the expected winners. I wanted your gaffer. They said watch out because the vet's a killer. But my knife would be in trouble more times than Ezra Miller.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Mo can't decide between his intellectual bars
Oh my
or a
god.
lot of threats. If he's lost his head, it's at the gates of Shark City since he wants to be on the fence. This is more than me and you. This is proper stress. Both teams on the line like it's gone to Pens. When it comes to big when it comes to big cards, you shouldn't be
Football.
on the fence. I mean, my mind is numb with the absolute shite the guy comes up with. Trubs, you picked the wrong name for the card. Like McLovin, the missions.
Ah. Picked the wrong name for the card, like McLovin, super bad ID card.
Go. The mission's here. Crystal clear. Show Moak you're on a level he isn't near. And if he wants to bring magician bars, he can watch closely as I make this blade disappear into his stomach, deep, blood leaking, hunched, heaving. They'll ask when he knew something was wrong. He'll tell them it was a gut feeling.
Okay, Buzz. Okay, Visual. Come on now.
Stupid? Are you stupid? Back up, bro. The ship is blank. I get paid if he dies, so watch him get cracked for money like a piggy bank. I'll bash his head and snapping tendons. He'll beg for his life, but he's always fucking been a beg, so that's expected. I would fuck.
You turned it back as well.
Oh, I would fuck you up if you didn't have 367 people in your crew.
ABK family.
The gas is mad, but at least it gets the tickets moved. River, scoop. I've always wanted to be an ABK. It's the dream. Went online, checked the admission fee. It was free. I wonder what else you assessed us on. Level of performance, consistency. Then I saw the entry requirements. Live and breathe. There are more people in ABK, this is a factual statement, than the crew that made The Martian. There are more people, there are so many people in ABK, you could have saved the Spartans. ABK was there when God made the garden. Adam and Eve are chilling, Scoop rang them like, yo, you want to hear some bars then? Let's go!
It skips like, no it didn't.
Fuck it. I'm in. You're right. It's decided. They can count on me if shit gets violent, plus my written's nice. I get so many light bulbs above my head, it is impractical in the current cost of living crisis. It's a lot of damage done. Whereas MOAK here uses an 8-ball for life advice. One problem, not a magic one. But anyway, you can go back to spitting your bars you wrote with crayon, and as the doctor told your parents when you were born, stay strong. Go ahead.
Let's go, final round of applause.
Don't know how to judge this. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how to judge this. Oh, stats for nerds, yes please. Oh, okay. I'm not that nerdy to get that off the screen. Okay.
We got Michael versus Michael, aka Visual. And if you thought I would have flipped that shit, then you don't know me. I would have missed that trick. Film bars, something you gotta deal with. See, I came with my best since they deemed you a threat. You'll know how well I prepared for this visual just from the treatment you get. See, you leveled up against Quill slightly. You gotta let him marinate.
There's a marinade.
Bro, you gotta let him marinate, man. Bro, you gotta let him marinate. This is seasoned versus unseasoned. Gotta let him marinate, bro. Listen, hey. Literally. Film bars, something you gotta deal with. See, I came with my best since they deemed you a threat. You'll know how well I prepared for this visual just from the treatment you get. See, you leveled up against Quill slightly, so now the fans are gassed and have your back. But your man is whack. I have him cracked. It could be a different visual, but the same story, like Bandersnatch. But let me
See, now, as soon as he said, I knew Bandersnatch was coming there.
You don't like the bar. Consider it reaching. Well, I think it's dope, and so does T. I sent him the round before, and black.
I am not
Let me
involved.
guess. You don't like the bar? Consider it reaching. What I think is dope, and so does T. I sent him the round before, and Black Mirror's the feeling. The nerve of
Black Mirror's the feeling. Black Mirror, Bandersnatch.
the
Okay.
nerve of you to question my writing like I haven't got a great pen. You talking about my bars being logical or not got you way tense. Because you tweeted films are not called visuals. Then in a battle, you said because you make films, you call yourself visual. Your whole existence doesn't make sense. See, you never been nice. You just been hyped, only known for deadlines, like Jim White. You lost to a guy that almost lost his life to a train. That's how I know you lack a pen, because all you did was give him PTSD and put him back on track again.
Oh my god.
You said anyone who rates smoke is a dickhead. Cool. So all the people in your team are dickheads. I was voted above you in the ranking, so half of the scene are dickheads. Lex from the States and people that side of the world are dickheads.
I mean, he may as well be calling me a dickhead because I ranked MOAK higher than Visual last year in my 2022 rankings. So, am I being called a dickhead as well? Huh? Hey, yo! I love
I've seen
it!
Siobhan react to my bars before. You're calling your girl a... Okay.
Oh, whoa, I missed that.
Lex from the States and people that side of the world are dickheads. I've seen Siobhan react to my bars before. You're calling your girl a... Okay.
Okay.
This guy. You're calling your girl with... All right, then. This guy is not in my class. Just a kid I bully in the hallway. I'm exposing him in all ways. I see you were running, trying to lose more weight. Doing all these 5Ks just to get caught out in 4K.
Oh.
See, Michael thinks he's Michael Jackson bad. You want to be starting something? Then I'm with the shits. Your punches would never... You want to be starting something? Then I'm with the shits. Your punches would never land, and I never miss with fists. So the white mic's gonna drop because he tried to touch a kid. But the black mic won't stop till he gets enough of this.
Hold on.
You want to be starting something? Then I'm with the shits. Your punches would never land, and I never miss with fists. So the white mic's gonna drop because he tried to touch a kid. But the black mic won't stop till he gets enough of this.
MOAK referred to himself as a kid because that's how touching kids.
You want to be starting something? Then I'm with the shits. Your punches will never land, and I never miss with fists. So the white mic's gonna drop because he tried to touch a kid. But the black mic won't stop till he gets enough of this. Beat it so bad, he'll be an oxymoron to the paramedics because it'll be graphic, visual, and anesthetic. See? You're part of the Sharks with Shotty, who's part of the staff. So you might get the win on the technicality and not the advance of your craft. Maybe the length of the round. Any reason they can find right. But just know when the dust settles, they won't remember the time, Mike. Because MOAK, please ensure that
It's all caps. MOAK's got 3 rounds in now. Visual got 1 more round to turn around. I don't know who I'm preferring, you know. It's a good clash. I don't know who I'm preferring.
He spent his whole round rapping like he was stopping the kid. What, T like to round? Yeah, he's a shark. He fucking wants me to win, you dickhead. Oh. 50 Shades of Fucked Up is a spoken word piece by MOAK where he addresses the truth. The patriarchy is man-made. It supports inequality and separates two. Women deserve better. And as a man, you can be vulnerable. Subvert what's expected of you. So why did you call Mackenzie a bitch for suffering domestic abuse? He was... Listen, bro, listen, you need to hear this.
It's been done. It's been done.
Why did you call Mackenzie a bitch for suffering domestic abuse? He was assaulted repeatedly, and because he's a man, you have no respect for the dude? That shit left me perplexed and confused, because it's not just Mackenzie. Check the stats. 1 in 7. It's true. So for 28 people here, he meant it for you. For every slap, punch, or kick that would end in a bruise, the message construed is you're a bitch. That's something he never could do. Well, I hate to tell you, MOAK, I'm rejecting the view, because that's 28 men in this room I have more respect for than you.
Okay, Visual.
Let that marinate, dickhead. Let that marinate.
Let that marinate,
And the
dickhead.
rest of them them too, because they don't change what they believe for a setting or room or depending on mood. When it's time for poetry, he's progressive and cool. When it's time to rap, he switches to pathetic and crude. Well, I hope any poetry fan that's watched the sets that you do never comes across the piece of shit you are objectively, dude. I struggled to write this as I sat with a pen in my room, because you wrote for one person, I've been prepping for two. So what is it, MOAK?
MOAK a MOAK.
What is it, MOAK? It's only been a couple of years. Still find it funny to jeer at men who suffer in fear? Those busted faces, broken spirits that brought them to tears? Or do you switch up in the room just to get love from your peers? Whatever your answer is, isn't one we can share. See, I don't need to worry about my comments coming sincere. I am who I am. And if they watch this back, they decide you won and it's clear, that's fine by me. You can go on to face every man. At least I can face the one in the mirror. Fuck you. Fuck you! You... Fuck you! You have a son. You will never be the man that he comes to or daddy looks up to, because all he knows is that he has to be tough despite the damage that's done. And we know from experience that is hopeless in development. So for your son's sake, I hope that you can settle it. Real men don't laugh at domestic abuse. Teach him that. You know it's for his betterment. Fuck your master's degree. Where's your emotional intelligence?
This is the best round of the battle. This is the best round of the battle. Fuzz is just taking an angle and killing him.
To be a man my brothers confide in, and if they ever struggle, they don't have to cover or hide it. But as long as we have men like you to make fun of the violence, we will forever have better men that suffer in silence. Fuck you. Time.
Okay. Yeah, manning villain up. Right. Who won? Before villain, Koji, and I think it's Roots talk. I think it's Roots. I don't know. I think. Who am I giving it to? I'm gonna say 2-1 Visual. That's my answer. 2-1 Visual. That's it.
Wild battle. I'm gonna say straight up, Viz 2-1, first and third. But the rounds were so crazy. Like, I don't want to get into the particulars because there's so many bars, but these guys went to war. Like, this was a crazy battle, man. Like, there's too many quotables to go through. But I feel like Viz had a very strong first. MOAK he didn't connect or hit him as much in the first. Second, Viz had a little bit, but not enough. MOAK was just smoking him the whole second. And then MOAK wasn't connecting or landing as much in the third. And this is what I want to say, with Viz's third round, the effectiveness, like being tailored and effective, but doing it correctly, it leaps and bounds. So yeah, 2-1 Viz.
Yes, people, you already know what it is. Georgie Roots.
So Visual give it 2-1 Buzz the same way I give it.
Everything's, listen, we just watched MOAK versus Viz. That's got to be one of the battles of the year already. I have to edge it to Viz based on the first round and the third round.
2-1 Buzz as well.
Crazy second, and the first was very debatable in the room at least. But Viz just had the energy, the sit ball. Viz's third round is everything that battle rap is about for me, and wow. So
Buzz's third round is the best round of battle. 2-1 Buzz.
Yo, what's good? It's Koji. Follow me at Koji Lives on everything.
Fuck out, Koji. I love the way the boys is giving Koji introduce himself. Koji, follow me on. I love Koji, man. It's so funny.
Koji Lives on everything. I'm judging Visual MOAK. Now, I did actually judge this in the room. Right after the battle happened. Unfortunately, I had to jump into the pit and do a battle of my own straight afterwards, so we didn't have a chance to film my comments about it. In the room, I gave it to Visual. I actually haven't watched the battle back yet, so I'm just doing this based on my memory of seeing it in the room. I remember going into it, I thought it was going to be clear to Viz. I actually thought this was much closer in the room than I expected it to be. I remember edging the first round to Visual. I think he had more moments overall than MOAK did in his first round. The second round, I edged to MOAK on the same basis. I thought MOAK had more moments than
third was his best round.
And then in the third, I gave to Visual. I don't generally like those kind of angles that appeal to a crowd's sense of morality, where it's like they can't really disagree with you without looking like an asshole. I don't like those kind of angles, but he did execute it very well. And I feel like it was a much more impactful round than MOAK. Also, to my memory, I remember MOAK kind of losing his composure during this round while, Viz was trying to get his stuff off, doing lots of talking through it, trying to be like interfere. And it's just not a good look. MOAK is, you're good and you're getting better all the time. Just try and shut up when a motherfucker's rapping. The odd word and like the playful kind of like banter between people in a match is great, but, try and keep your defense at 100, because if you do stuff like that, it just makes it look like you're losing. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm edging it 2-1 to Visual.
So I scored a 2-1 to Visual, and all three judges, Koji, George Ritz, and Vaughn, all scored a 2-1 Visual. So your comments in. Vaz killed him with a third. MOAK was rattled. MOAK did talk a lot. Love his battle. 2-1 MOAK. Oh, MOAK was great, but Vaz was all over this. Come on, MOAK, you're one of my favourite, and you started with Irish famine potato joke. He did. I'm not reading all that more, but result doesn't say. I like MOAK, but Vaz put him on a spliff. MOAK had some outplayed name flips and wordplay that were too gas. Vaz packed his angles and killed him. 2-1 Vaz. Vaz killed him. Vaz won 2-1 because they maybe 3-0. 2-1 MOAK. Okay. MOAK 3-0. MOAK 3-0. Okay. Yeah. So we did judge that one correctly once again. We're all seem to be on a roll right now. We seem to predict every battle as the judges said. Guys, if you're watching YouTube, it's been your boy T. Subscribe to the channel. We're going to do 1K subs. Also, smash a thumbs up as well. It'll make me know that you're enjoying this content. That was so hard. That sounded like a tongue twister, but it wasn't. I appreciate y'all. I'll catch you all in a bit. Bruh,